record that. Okay. All right, couple things. Are you still good for after the show for the hoorah?
Yes, I am.
All right, so we'll do that
Mister.
today. I have a call with Blizzard at
Tough
noon.
guy.
That's plenty of time. Listen here, tough guy. Okay, that's weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, because you're right there. Okay, good. All right, music. I see it here.
Yes, let's do M first,
Mm.
and then M second. Okay, well, the one that begins with my. We'll do that one.
Oh,
first,
wait.
And then my.
Oh, shoot.
W.
Oh, okay. That one first, then. Nice.
That's right.
Nicely done.
No problem. No problem.
All right, so that starts a little late. Put that at 2, roughly. No, that didn't work. Oh. No. Yeah. And then, yeah, that's good. Okay. Wait,
Okay.
not a hiss for some reason. Why am I getting that? Shouldn't be hearing that.
Dirk.
Burkadirk. We'll have none of that. That's racist. I don't know what that means. Help, I need your research. Thank you for reading this email. I need you for research. Please take 15 minutes to answer question about your Facebook usage and attitude.
Your Facebook attitude. What is your Facebook attitude, Scott?
It's a bad one. It's a bad attitude.
Faceitude is what they call that these days.
They want
What's
me to go
faceitude?
apps.facebook, but face is spelled with a backwards E somehow. .com.
Sure.
Great.
Sure.
Great.
Click this link. Don't mind if I do.
Seems like a bit of hokum to me.
All right, so tell me what you know about Bravely Default.
Bravely Default?
Bravely Default.
I don't know anything about that. What is that?
It's supposed to be a new 3DS game that is supposed to be real good.
Bravely? Oh. All right, let's search for it quick.
Bravely Default. It's a great name. What a great name.
It's an incredible name. Oh, the old school JRPG is not dead.
Joystick says, Bravely Default is almost to the Final Fantasy series what Casino Royale was to James Bond films.
Wow. Really?
What? Green Bay Spidey says it's awesome.
Oh, the reviews are great. This doesn't come out till tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
It's new yet traditional offering from Square Enix captures the charm and elegant simplicity of yesteryear's canonical RPGs, becoming a warrior of light and a journey into the land of absolutely perfect old school RPG, which with present day standards, if you're not a fan of the genre, there isn't much for you here. But if you've been so yeah, people like it. You're right.
I'll have to pick that up.
I like a good old school. I like even an old school or Japanese RPG is okay with me. If it has random encounters though, I'm out. That's my standard.
Like where you're walking along and all of a sudden,
yeah, I hate that
you're
so
entered
much.
into battle.
I hate it more than any other video game mechanic, except maybe timed events. I don't like those either. Like you got 3 minutes to go find this thing and come back. I hate that. But
all right, so Chaos Child, Green Bay Spidey, and Luminous Llama all in the tadpole say it's really good. But tell us about the random encounters.
Yes, is it in there? Because if it is, I'm out. If it's not, I'm in.
I just want to get something done, and every time I take a step, I have to go into a battle.
I think part of it is this disconnect of I can't see what I'm hitting. Like I'll be just walking across a world map.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what did I even do? Because it's completely entirely random. I like to be able to see a little thing there and go, I should attack that. Let me run into it.
Right.
And a lot of them do that, and that's good. But
Luminous Llama says you can turn off random encounters. So, wow, best of both worlds. People who want them can have them, and if you don't want them, you can turn them off.
You know when you just want to get back to a place and turn a quest in? Imagine if WoW was like this.
Totally, yes. Right, where all of a sudden just, hey, a kobold just appeared in front of me, and I can't go turn this damn quest in.
Yeah. Really weird, man.
I'm with you.
Take it up with us. Please call and text when you wrap up the show. Okay. Todd's thing is down, and he just texted me to let me know what was going on.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Todd. I hope things get worked out.
I hope your thing gets horrendous. Up. I want your thing to get up. All right. Well, shall we
play a show?
A game? Let's do it. Let's do a show.
All right.
I think we're ready to roll. Probably ought to. Yeah, that would be good to have that up. Okay.
I think I'm ready for that.
Well, all right. Well, let's do it. At this crack of 8, in fact. This is great.
We eating.
Yeah.
Let's cupcakes.
Yes, that's the one that doesn't weigh as much.
Cupcakes. Okay, I'll have to go get them out of my fridge.
There's like a can in here, right? One of these. Oh yeah, here's the cupcakes.
Yeah, it's a bottle of maple syrup that is fantastic, and we don't. That's probably not for the show. Is the maple syrup?
Yeah, it seems like an odd one to have on the show. All right, well I'll have that at the ready, and you can grab yours when we go. That's not a good idea. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, join us now as it begins. In 3. I'm a little phlegmy. In 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, really big men at gyms are confusing.
We get a mashup to end all mashups.
$5 million for getting tipped in a toilet.
Shaun White says Russia be crazy.
NBC cancels that Marty McFly show.
Aw, Bieber's private plane had a lot of pot smoke in it.
We enjoy some Call Now,
your emails, and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Now, for the first time anywhere, comes the all-new authentic Star Trek communicator pin. It's the same pin you see worn by the stars of the upcoming major motion picture, Star Trek Generations. Warp speed! Through this special TV offer, you can get your Generations communicator pin now.
Engage!
This gleaming nickel and brass-plated pin is held firmly in place by a powerful magnetic force, so it won't damage your clothes.
I'm sensing something, Captain.
Number 1 to the bridge.
Captain, the Borg have entered the ship.
Let's face it, there was a bishop in the Middle Ages there, 1800 something.
The Morning Stream.
The sensation of Europe, now made in America by Samsonite. This is The Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Morning Stream. You hear Pat Robertson there at the top?
Yeah. There's the bishop in the last row of the chessboard.
Here's what's great about him. So he's actually doing a thing a lot of people like, which is he's chewing out the dude that had the debate with Bill Nye about science versus religion or evolution in school and all that. And he was siding with Bill Nye in this case and giving this religious dude a hard time because the religious dude was going off on all the Earth's only been here 6,000 years and all this science is complete bullcrap and all that or whatever. And I haven't actually watched the debate. To be honest, the whole thing kind of makes me not want to watch it. It's just debates. I feel this way about debates, period. I don't like debates. I like debating. I don't like watching them. For whatever reason, I just walk away negative. Nobody ever wins these things. It's just dividing people more.
Yeah, if it calls for a debate, there's probably not a clear yes or no answer. No one's going to say, "Oh, well, because of this." Ha, drop the mic, walk off stage.
It never happens.
So there's never a solution. It just proves to be good entertainment, but apparently not for you.
No, and if somebody could find me an example of a debate, give me a YouTube clip, an audio clip, I don't care where you get it, where one of the parties actually says during the debate or toward the end of it, you know what, you're right, I've changed my mind. If you can show me that, then maybe I'll turn around on how I feel about debates, because it just doesn't happen. That isn't to say these things shouldn't be debated. I get it. I think it's important that the dialogue continues, but if you're going there trying to convince another dude, it's not going to happen. So, Pat Robertson said all this stuff and was like, there's no way. That's a bunch of bull hockey to think the world is only 6,000 years old. We've got millions and millions of years of records. So, if anything, it's kind of like, a little point in the column for science there from Pat Robertson.
Wow, no kidding. And that's not who you'd expect it from, too. No. That's the surprising thing.
No, he's such a weirdo in all these other ways. But here's the thing that made me laugh in this little clip.
Let's face it, there was a bishop in the Middle Ages there, 1800 something.
1800s were not the Middle Ages. So if you're going to support like a date-based argument, get the one tiny bit about what the 1800s were correct.
It's just a couple hundred years ago, Pat. You were there.
Jeez,
Come on.
Yeah, you were around, buddy. You were suckling at your mother's teat. I don't know.
Like, as somebody pointed out, it sounds like he falls asleep mid-sentence.
He kind of does. He's just he's so weird.
I was more excited about that Star Trek Next Generation lapel pin.
Oh, you excited about that?
Commercial that you played, yeah.
Yeah, well, for the upcoming movie Generations coming right up.
That's right.
Soon to a theater near you.
Held in place by magnetic forces. Really just a magnet.
Yeah, that was a very odd commercial, and it went on for another minute, so I only did 30 seconds.
I love the kids playing the characters. The Borg has entered the ship.
Yeah, and it's a good reminder to tell listeners, if you have a weird old commercial you think would fit well during the top or the middle part of the show, you can always suggest them. That was one from a listener who sent it in and said, this is cheesy, you should play this. And I said, all right. So you're welcome to do that, folks.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Thanks a lot for that. All right. So I got another Jim story.
Okay. Jim who?
Jim, JYM. Sweaty Jim.
GYM.
GYM. Sorry, what did I say? JYM?
Yeah.
GYM.
I know what you meant.
In the 1800s, Middle Ages.
Oh, yeah, it was called Jim. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's what they called it then.
It's the Greek.
Yeah.
Greek
sometimes the Jimmy, but usually just the Jim. So I've been going to the gym a lot, and yesterday was another day to do that. And it felt good to go back because I didn't go day before and felt bad that I didn't. So I'm in that habit now where I feel bad if I'm not going. And that's good. It's a good place for me to be.
Yes.
So
progress by guilt. Always.
Always good, right? Always good for parents to put their kids through that.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Smart idea. So I'm at the gym. I'm in the weight area there, which is what I was doing yesterday. Was all weights. I did cardio last night on my own treadmill because it was packed in there, and I want to use someone else's treadmill. And so we're in the gym area. Really big dude, big ham guns, Brian, like big piston-like biceps. Is in there doing it too, and he's got like these 100-pound hand weights behind his back, just doing like this, like just some kind of freaking machine, a freak of nature. And he's just looking great, and I'm thinking, yeah, good for him, man, good for that guy. And I go in there, and I'm gonna sit down on one of these benches and do some of my own. And the minute I get there, he looks at me. He turns to the left and looks at me, and his arms are out like this, like nobody can see me do this.
Can't, right? But basically, his arms are so big you can't get him to his side, right?
Can't put him down, right?
Yeah.
So he looks over at me as I'm sitting there and proceeds to not do much else but look at me while I'm trying to do my thing. The entire 15, 20 minutes I sat there doing stuff, changing weights, I just kind of corner my eye, look at him. He's still standing there staring at me. And I'm like, what are you doing? I wanted to say something at some point because it really did get uncomfortable. Like,
I'm sure, yeah.
He's not apparently, and I would go through times like a whole 5 minutes where I would make sure I made no eye contact, so I didn't. I thought, well, if he doesn't know I'm looking, then there's no...
Then maybe he won't look at me as well, right?
Yeah, like a little kid. If I close my eyes, it's not really happening, So I kind of did some stuff, got on the bench, did bench presses for a second, sit up, look up, dude's still over there. He's kind of turned to the side, but he's staring at me, just looking at me with his arms out. Now, I don't know if he, between all of that, was doing other things, and I just happened to catch him when he was looking at me.
Sure.
Or if he stood there like a tree and looked at me the entire time. I'm not entirely sure. But I finally gave up, said, well, I guess 2 out of 3 reps isn't bad. I'm going to go over to this other side, away from this guy. And here's the best part. I leave him. I'm doing my other thing. He has now gone back to doing things and not staring at me anymore.
Okay.
I had offended him, or I was sitting on something I shouldn't have, or something was going on there. But he's moved on. I've moved on. We're doing separate things. I'm on this equipment over there doing my shoulder stuff. Then I see him wander out with his arms sticking way out to we have a track in there that goes, around.
Oh, yeah.
And they alternate every other day. It goes a different direction.
Sure, so you don't get bored. If you're a daily track runner, then it's like I'm seeing new scenery here.
Exactly. I also the lady there explained because I thought that's all it was, and the lady said she says it. And she says it's also better for your body because you're not making turns on the same side.
Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. Sure.
So there's some stuff like that. So they do every other day. This was Wednesday, so it was going counterclockwise. Tuesdays, it goes clockwise. There are, 5, 6 people running the correct way. He proceeds to run the other way. So this guy's just jogging, and these people are jerking out of the way because he's taking up nearly 2 lanes with his arms. And he's not acting like that's a problem. And it's laps, just lap after lap after lap of this guy in the wrong lane going the other way. So I came to the conclusion there was something wrong with this guy. Like, it couldn't just be he's staring at me as a fluke or he's running the opposite way because he doesn't get it. There's something going on.
Steroids.
Yeah, maybe. That's the first thing to go, right?
Right.
Your sense of direction and your inability to not stare at people.
Well, it may not be the first thing to go from what the ladies say, but...
That's a valid point of view on that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's hilarious.
I don't know why I keep running into these people. What is my deal? I'm like a magnet for crazy. Or I'm just oversensitive to it. Maybe that's it. I mean, maybe I'm just looking at him going, oh, I'm seeing something that... I mean, maybe there was nothing. Maybe it was just he was just glancing at me. I don't know. It just felt like a long, hard stare, and it was very uncomfortable.
It's weird, yeah. He was probably just staring into space. I mean, maybe he was obviously... If there wasn't something wrong with him, then he was obviously preoccupied, right?
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, for sure. That I'm sure of. Now, what he was preoccupied with,
right,
or why?
Somebody could be staring into space but still be pointed towards a person who's thinking that they're getting stared at. But that's it's
a little odd, right?
That's peculiar.
Okay, so I'm not alone. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a little fun here. Freakish Lemon, right?
Yeah, he was actually because of a snow day. He was in the tadpole yesterday.
I know, it's crazy. Well, he's had a little time and he had some time yesterday because of the snow day.
Yay!
To put together a mashup. We haven't had one from him in a very long time, and I'm putting it at the top of the show and giving it some space because I believe it to be perhaps the best one he's ever made.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. Oh gosh, all right.
Now maybe it's just because I haven't had one in a while.
Yeah.
Maybe I was hungry for one. I don't know. Like sometimes the best hamburger I think I had in my life was at McDonald's in China. But I think that had more to do with I was so limited as to good food to eat that anything American would have been the most amazing thing ever.
You know what they say, absence makes the mashup sound better.
Right, exactly. It's the old saying. So we're going to play it now. This is some old episodes too, 328 through 338.
Okay.
This is even before VTW became Alpha Geek Radio.
Wow.
You'll hear that in the thing. But it will still seem just as fresh and as important as it did the day we said it. So it's 2 minutes, 10 seconds of Freakish Lemon's mashup from those episodes. Check it out. It smells like carpet.
It smells like Norio.
What's a Norio? Oh, an Oreo. Smells like a Norio.
Oh, we only do a left shoe. Only do left shoe, right shoe for sucker.
About a foot and a half. No, about a foot. About 12 inches. Got to be, yeah.
Well, I'm 9.5 inches.
Let me take a piece of paper, 11 and a half. Oh, you know what? I'm exactly a piece of paper tall. 11 and a half inches. You crazy old dried up withered piece of weed.
I'll pop one of those, into my mouth and it'll just last a while. I won't bite down on it.
Yeah.
I like my porn to be abstract.
I'm going to work out every day, and I'm going to cut butter out of my diet, and I'm going to stick a dead gopher up my bum.
I mean, when you started coming into my room in the morning and rubbing your nose in my ear, how can you resist that?
You told me you like that.
Well, I do now. That would really ruffle my cheese, and I smell beautiful. I just saw a hat on my floor that I thought was my dog.
Well, Bond, I have this time got you a laser shooting bagel.
I don't know. Let's all talk at the same time.
Everything's coming to roses. See?
There we go. Yeah.
We thought women, if they quit smoking, would immediately die or freaking turn into an alien. Not afraid to kiss...
What?
A man on the lips. And I found one that was like the devil's toenail, dude. I want to thank our friends at VTWProductions.com for the Shoutcast stream today and the podcast bandwidth provided by EasyNet, Satan's foreskin in the middle of that bag. All right, everybody. We'll see you later. Thanks, chat room. You guys are the greatest.
Yes. Hey, Scott.
What?
Wrong song.
Oh, wait. Did I put... What?
That was our middle of the show.
Here it is. Oh, that's good times. Good fun.
I cannot for the life of me remember what we were measuring that.
No.
That was
what would I have measured with paper?
11.
Let's see. I pulled out a piece of paper. I would have said 11 and a half.
We would be measuring probably some food or something that somebody sent us, right?
Probably.
But what have we gotten that's...
Definitely not our wieners.
No, definitely not.
No, definitely not our wieners.
9.5, yeah. On a bad day.
Yeah, on a cold morning and after the pool and dip in the cold pool. Jeez. All right. Well, there you have it. Thanks, Freakish Lemon. That's always good fun, and I enjoyed that one a whole hell of a lot.
All right.
Happy birthday to Tina Ibbett today.
Yeah, it's Mrs. Ibbett, Mrs. Coverville's birthday today. She just hit 38, and good for her.
She's a young buck.
Well, remember, it's not early 38, but
all right. We're just going to say that? Okay, great. Tell her she doesn't look a day over 35.
I will tell her that, yes.
That's fantastic. No, happy birthday. She's one of my favorite people. Certainly one of my favorite spouses of a host that I co-host things with. Yeah. She fits right in there.
Real Housewives of the...
Real post wives? What? Pod wives?
Podwives? Real Podwives of the...
Sounds like a Mevio show from 2006, doesn't it? Here on Mevio, Podwives. Yeah.
Podwives. Starring Adam Curry.
Because he's in everything. Yeah, that's all very good.
And what's MC Hammer doing?
I don't know.
You know the guy's got talent.
Well, sure. Of course he does. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what's Adam Curry doing?
Yeah, what's he doing? You know he's got talent.
I know he's losing podcast awards.
Oh, zing. I got a reply from his co-host this morning, from John C. Dvorak, who was commenting on how much...
I love his keyboard, by the way.
Oh, he's great. The Dvorak keyboard is the only... I can't do the QWERTY anymore.
Yeah.
The
John C.
Dvorak
Dvorak's keyboard is just the best.
Yeah, it's really good. Just lay your fingers down and it spells John C. Dvorak. Anyway.
And the second line says soundboard.
Yeah. Dvorak. Hold on.
There's extra O's on the keyboard. I don't know why we have that.
I don't either. It's stupid. So that's great though. Seriously, happy birthday to her. She deserves all the.
Can you tell us what John C. Dvorak said to you?
Oh, it was a comment on I was talking about how I took my dog for a walk last night in the dark. And that's hard because normally in the dark she just like maybe one poop, half a dozen pees, and then we're home.
Mm-hmm.
But last night she decided it was poo time all the time, and she pooped like 6 times or something between here and where I walk her and back, which meant A, I ran out of bags. B, I couldn't see the poo very well. So I'd get a bag, and I got gloves on. I'm fumbling around trying to open the bag. And I can't open the bag because, they're shut and you can't peel the plastic apart or whatever. So I'm like pulling apart the plastic, trying to take the gloves off. They drop in the snow. My iPhone's hanging in the snow at one point. I didn't even know. And she's over there just anxious to keep moving. And then when I finally get the bag on, I'm having to feel around in the dark like some bad horror movie to find the turd. Finally, I'd find something kind of warm and fresh. I'm like, that's it. Put that, roll it up. All right, Daisy, I hope that's your last one. Nope, 10 feet later, one more. Get out another bag. Do the thing again. At one point, I'm tempted to just kick snow over it and keep moving.
Right, just.
But I didn't.
Just walk away.
I didn't. I kept doing it. I did my duty, my civic, local, community duty, and picked up all the poo. But he was commenting that he said that's some great breaking news or something. I don't know what he was saying.
So what, did you tweet it and he commented on it?
Yeah, I said something on Twitter. I'm going to find it real quick. I'm going to find it. He said, hold on.
That's awesome.
Where is it?
I really like him. I liked him on Cranky Geeks. I liked him on
I got nothing to say bad about
Leo Laporte.
Yeah, I like John Dvorak a lot. Okay, so he says this. I said, took a dog on a walk. She treated the neighborhood like her own personal toilet. And this, I understated this. 3 doggy bags later, it was actually 6. We're all good now. And he said, that sure is a crappy report. So, that's a little joke.
Nice. What was the show? There was a show in the early days. I want to say it was Doug Kay.
Who's Doug Kay?
John C. Dvorak.
I don't know who Doug Kay is.
Doug Kay, sound guy that actually came out with the Levelator. Like it was his company that first came out with the Levelator.
Right, and he podcasted stuff too.
He podcasted as well. But that was the thing. It was his show, and it was like 4 guys, but it was recorded like it wasn't done with Skype. There was some weird beeping like that would happen every 10 minutes or something. Like, does that sound familiar at all?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm having a memory of that was such a Wild West time.
It really was. Yeah.
Things would come out and you'd be like, "Ooh, yeah, try that." Well, what's wrong with it? Well, every 10 minutes you have to restart, or every 10 minutes it beeps, or there was always some crappy thing about the way we had to do things back then. But I can't remember the specifics.
And it was before. It was I don't know if it was before Twit, but it was IT Conversations.
That's it.
IT Conversations. Yeah.
Yep. Dan K. There he is.
Yeah,
he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. Yeah.
He's a good guy. He's a very good guy.
Early podcasting, baby.
Met him at all those Ontario-based podcast expos. By the way, there's something called, I want to say it's Podcast Movement, that's going to be coming to Dallas in April, and we're going to find out more about it next week. But it's supposed to be the New Media Expo, not New Media Expo. I hate that term, but like a New Media Expo without the blogging, like more going back to the way podcast expos used to be.
Man, I wish I liked Dallas. That'd be fantastic.
You could go see the grassy knoll and the book depository.
Oh, of course.
And
never forget. Too soon. Something. I don't know what.
Something.
It's
okay. Anyway. All right.
That's great though. I mean, good for them because they. If anything, the NMX thing is just. I mean, it hasn't ruined it, but it's sort of taken it away from what it originally was.
Well, and this last one was just there was some weirdness going on with strange speakers and Army was there recruiting, and there was
that's weird. Yeah.
Motivational guy who was setting people on fire and making people walk on glass or something. I can remember.
Yeah, weird stuff that doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything. Plus, tickets were outrageous. There's a lot of weird things this year, I thought.
Exactly.
Right,
so anyway, okay.
Speaking of weird things.
Yes.
It's Stump a Trek Nerd, brought to you by
the Good, Bad, or Bullshit Podcast, the show where three guys give you uninformed opinions on topics selected by the Random Topic Generator, trademark, a one-of-a-kind diesel-powered randomizing engine that we keep in Mike's garage. Please visit gbbpodcast.com and subscribe today.
Wow, that's fantastic. Daryl, how you doing, man?
Oh, I don't know.
What? Why? What? It sounds like a rotten day for you. What's going on?
Oh no, the kid woke up at 4 a.m. and now I have a headache.
Oh,
but other than that, everything's great.
They're all over their pukey day, right? That's all over.
Oh yeah, that's done.
Okay, good, because that would suck. How bad would it suck? Real
true
bad.
Story.
Oh, true story. Bad. Daryl, it's good to have you back on, and we do this every day. He's Daryl Skeels. I first met him in the Extra Life radio days when he tried to send me a fixed microphone cough switch. Remember that, those days?
Mm-hmm.
I think you sent me, or you reminded me of one of the great lines ever uttered on ALR, which is this.
Back in my day, I didn't use condoms. We used an old fish.
For some reason, that endures to this day.
That's right.
So
it never gets old.
There's a little history for you, and then Daryl's, of course, been a big part of stuff ever since, and it's always fun. And here we are to do Star Trek trivia, because we do that every damn day, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, Daryl, welcome to the program. How are you? And let's go. You ready?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right, fine. For some reason, your question is not coming up. Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. In the next Generation episode, The Child, the Enterprise is transporting samples of a disease so they can develop an antidote for it. Which disease are they trying to develop an antidote to? Or for, is what he should say. And the answers possible are A, Omeran plague. Yeah, Omeran. Omeran plague. Omeron plague.
Omeron plague.
Okay, either way. B, plasma plague. C,
that sounds so fake.
Sounds stupid. C, Tyrellian plague. Or D, auroral plague. Auroral, like Aurora, but with an A-L. Auroral.
Auroral.
Yeah, auroral plague.
Auroral.
So there you are. Omarian, plasma, Tyrellian, or auroral. And while you have time to think about it, and by the way, some have suggested that Daryl cheats while we think about it. He does not. He's a trustworthy guy. And
that's why I get things wrong all the time.
That's right. It's not just, he doesn't do that just to make us to think that he's not cheating. He actually gets them genuinely wrong sometimes. So we're going to eat while you do it.
Are you hungry?
Aren't you hungry? What's a foodie?
That is to say, think and not cheat. We have in our hands cupcakes. Homemade ones from the Cookie People. Now, I want to do a disclaimer today, because yesterday we had a bit of a back and forth on,
yes.
on email about home-baked goods coming to the show. And Daryl made a good point that it seems like a bad trend to have a bunch of people send us things they've made, because eventually there's a likelihood someone's going to do something bad or weird, or it's going to go bad in shipping,
or
and
it's
we won't know
going to go bad in shipping. Exactly, yeah. Like something Darian, somebody doesn't realize, oh, I probably shouldn't have sent that, and
yeah.
Too late, we've eaten it, and now
yeah,
we're...
so either intentionally or not intentionally, something bad could happen. So our general policy is, if we feel at all at dis-ease about the thing we're about to ingest, we reserve the option not to eat it. So I think that's the way to handle it.
Yeah.
Daryl may get something and go, you guys, there's no way I'm going to eat this. And we'll say, okay, well, we'll eat it. Or the other way around, or not at all, or whatever.
Right, exactly.
So right of refusal is what we're talking about here. Now, I say all this because I'm mainly delaying how long it takes to open this down.
Oh, I was going to say, it sounds like you haven't even taken the plastic off of those things.
No, I haven't.
Mine, I unwrapped and put them in the fridge, which might have been a mistake, because now I have a single cupcake Oreo that has fused together because of the frosting. It is like a...
Mine's in a similar state.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I think they're... Okay. Oh, yeah, wow. Leah, look at this chat room.
I don't know how I'm going to break these apart.
Yeah, I don't either.
Oh, there we go. Actually came apart.
Did it? Okay.
It took some of the frosting with it, but that's all right. I can...
Well, these are hard.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have put mine in the refrigerator.
Yeah, mine's really hard.
Mine's hard, too.
Yeah.
There you go, Freakish Lemon.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Mike Worm, or Mike Worm.
Mike Worm. I like that better than the actual name. Mike Worm. That's pretty good. All right, let's give it a shot. These look like multi-layered, and there's like an Oreo in it.
Ooh. There's a little bit of a there's a little bit of a whiskey flavor in the frosting.
Oh yeah, what is that?
I would say whiskey.
What?
But I'd say it's probably been cooked out of it.
Well, oh okay. Can you do that?
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of frosting with whiskey in it.
I can't get the paper off. There we go.
Well.
Oh.
Wow, that's like fermented. I mean on purpose. I don't mean it's like gone bad. I mean the flavor of that is clearly an intentional flavor, but that's really good.
It is really good.
But I don't think I'm going to eat that whole thing because that's not on my diet.
Very good.
Mine
Good for you,
kind of dried out and became crumbly.
Yeah.
Really dry.
Well,
I'm going to wrap in a paper towel, stick it in the microwave for about 10 seconds, and eat it with a fork after the show.
See?
Yeah.
You should douse it with like hot fudge.
Oh, geez. See, this is why you get sick.
This is why we can't have nice things. Let me tell you what happened here. You want to hear an update on the diverticulitis thing?
Yeah.
So I haven't had it, but I told you about how Sunday I had a major kind of relapse.
Yeah.
And now my body's in this middle of like not knowing what the hell it's supposed to do. So the doctor's saying, eat or take a bunch of enzyme supplements and probiotic supplements because he believes what's going on here is a struggle of life and death between the biotic time or the antibiotic time where I was 2 weeks of killing all my gut flora and fauna, and now it's trying to reestablish some normalcy there, and I'm not letting it either via diet or this sort of back and forth, or just plain my system's just sort of rejecting everything because it's not the right balance. So now I'm taking these extra little freaking GNC things that cost way too much money, and I think they're working, actually. I feel a lot better today.
Oh, good.
So there's your update. Listen, can I just tell people, here's a little PSA. A little the more you know, okay?
Okay.
In fact, I may even have that.
Oh, boy.
That clip. I do. All right. I just want people to know that I won't beat my wife anymore.
They tell me that if...
Sorry. I just saw a different clip and read it. So I am going to recommend that if you are younger than, let's say, 25, if you start now eating good food, having a good, normal fiber, normal meat, protein, good, balanced diet now, you will not have to deal with this in the future. That's basically the way this goes down. So I'm dealing with this now because most of my young life I spent eating a lot of crappy fast food, a lot of sort of processed things like potato chips and junk, and not all that healthy. Had I done that, doctor says you would have totally avoided this. So it's not a chronic, horrible thing that I'm going to have to deal with forever and be the awful thing as long as I take care of it now. But just know, if you don't eat like you're 12, you'll be fine.
You won't have to deal with this.
You won't have to deal with it. So there's my advice. All right?
Very good.
All right, here you go. Thank you.
I'm gonna go grab a paper towel. My hands are sticky from that cupcake.
While you do, I'll play that clip I was referring to.
They tell me that if you serve Jesus Christ, you'll do strange things, like you won't beat your wife anymore.
There you go. It's a classic moment in TV preacher moments. All right, Daryl, while he's getting his, what was he doing? Getting a diaper? What did he say?
Yeah, I think that was it.
A diaper, okay. An adult diaper he was going to go get? That's great. We'll just say that, and he will never hear this, so he won't know we even said it. Let's talk about birthdays. Somebody in Star Trek probably got older, so who was it?
That would be, well, a whole bunch of people, but mainly this guy, Walker Edmiston. He would have been 89.
Love the name Walker, by the way. It's a great name.
Yeah.
First name, yeah.
He was the voice in TOS of 7 different characters, including Baylock, you know, that baby, the one that eats Tranya, drinks Tranya.
That's not the one is that Clint Howard one?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
the Clint Howard baby.
The voice of that guy. And he also played Brain Number 2 in the Quatloos episode.
Wow. Okay.
Futurama liked too.
That's great. So he was, when did he die? How many years ago?
2007.
Oh, that's recent.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been in his
82.
82, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not going to complain about that too much. I found out, listen, speaking of cool names, so that guy's got a cool first name, Walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, you want to hear my grandfather's, or great-grandfather's name? Check this out. I got to find this tweet that I did because I can't remember it now. It is the coolest, here it is. My great-grandfather, so just one generation removed from me, Gustav Gabriel Gamel Johnson.
Ooh.
He was my great-grandfather and came from Sweden or Switzerland. I can't remember. One of the two S's. Anyway, how cool does that guy sound? Gustav Gabriel let's see, G-A-M-A-L-E-I-L. How would you say that?
Gilgamesh.
Gargamel. Gustav Gabriel Gargamel Johnson. Great. He's going to get those damn... what were those little shithead things that they made a movie about and it was so bad? What are they called? Where the lady had no pants on and the little old man ran the joint. What's it called? What's it called?
What are you talking about?
The Smurfs.
Oh, the lady had no pants on. Yes, that's right.
She never had pants.
Oh, an animated one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She had no pants. She had she's naked under that dress. I don't know if anyone ever noticed. And she's the only one too, only lady in the whole group. There's some the Smurfs are messed up. It's messed up stuff.
Very messed up.
All right, back to the point here. The question. It's the Next Generation episode, The Child, and they got this plague they're dealing with. And they got to build an antidote for it. It's the Amarian plague, or is it O-N-O-R? Ornarian. Ornarn, whatever. Plague.
Well, that's an O, isn't it? Or an M, isn't it?
It looks like a...
Omaran?
Is it?
Oh, no, it is. There's a little... I can put my cursor
that,
between those two.
Yeah,
yes, Ornaran plague.
Ormaran plague.
Ornaran.
Ornaran, right. It still looks like an M in my head.
Yeah, you still want to stick an M in there.
B, plasma plague. C, Turelian plague. Or D, the auroral plague.
I'm going to... Plasma plague just sounds really dumb, so I'm going to cross that out.
All right.
Auroral. That sounded like something the first time you said it, and now it just sounds like auroral.
Auroral.
I don't know that it ever didn't sound like auroral to me. I think it always did.
Auroral.
Oh, yeah, that's what a dog says when you try to make it speak.
That's right.
Auroral. That's what they're even saying, those videos of dogs saying I love you. They're just saying auroral. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good point.
So I'm crossing that out.
Auroral plague.
Yeah. Stupid dog.
I don't know if I should have. Well, I don't have any idea about this one. Because that wasn't even what the episode was about. Didn't Troy have a baby and talk about her body?
This is that episode.
Yeah.
It is. I think our clip is of that.
Yeah, sure enough.
Coming up.
Yeah, so I don't know. Ornarin,
Turelian.
It is a waste of time to think of such things.
You wow. All right.
Hit
so
the hammer on the head.
I'll just take Turelian.
So?
All right, Turelian. That seems like a Star Trek name. Let's find out if that's correct or not. Judges, is it? It's the plasma plague, if you can believe it or not.
Stupid name.
They are transporting samples of plasma plague. In this episode, Deanna becomes pregnant. Here's a clip of her saying how she feels about the changes in her body. Here you go.
How are you feeling?
I should be feeling uncomfortable with all the changes in my body, but I don't. I feel fine. Better than fine. Wonderful.
Wonderful. Oh, she got cut off at the end.
Aww.
The thing with the body thing, we heard that clip so much that when you hear it now in context, that part jumps out in such a weird way. You know,
it totally does. Yeah.
The rest of it sounds fine, but you just hear that body part and you go, "Oh my gosh." So yeah.
My body.
There you go. Another piece of it.
My body.
Daryl, good job on thinking the worst name was the wrong one. I would have done the same thing. That seemed real stupid to me. So I can't blame you. But we are sitting at a 2 for 2 this week, or 2 for 4, a 50% win. And I don't know how you feel about that, but I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. I don't know about you, but you'll have a chance to do it better next week, and that's fine. We'll be here for you to help you do it. It's The Trek Nerd on Twitter and at thisweekintrek.com. You can catch Daryl's fine podcast about Star Trek with him and Michael Gaines each and every week. What are you guys doing this week? What'd you cover?
Oh, what did we do? It was a TNG episode, and that's all I remember.
It was called The Child, and you dealt with the plasma plague. So there you go. Daryl, let's do a little game that you're going to call what?
Is this a Star Trek weapon or an actual city?
Oh, city. Like a city in our real world.
I'd love to see your cities.
Oh, that's great. Well,
holy smokes!
That's what I'm saying. All right, go for it. What do you got? Give it.
Okay. Ushan Tor.
Ushan Tor.
Ushan Tor. So is it a Star Trek thing or a city, or is it Star Trek city or a city? What's the real city?
Star Trek weapon or
Star Trek
an
weapon.
actual city? Yeah.
I'm going to say weapon.
I'll say city.
And it's an Andorian weapon.
Ooh,
we built
job,
this
Scott.
weapon. Excellent job, everybody. Way to go, Scott. He rarely gets these right. So I feel pretty good about it.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news.
And it's brought to you by Blaine Monday, a.k.a. Bear Scott, in the chat room. His first publication, Raving Lunacy, is a poetry collection with a difference. Check it out on Amazon.com now. That is Raving Lunacy by Blaine Monday.
All right, well, in that case, let's get right to it.
All right.
Donald Adams III.
Donald Adams the Third
gets $5 million.
Would you believe Donald Adams the Third?
Talking on his phone, shoe, whatever it is. Gets $5 million for being paralyzed by a tipped toilet.
Oh my God!
Yeah, a man left paralyzed from the shoulders down after his relatives tipped over a portable toilet has settled in a Pennsylvania court for a lawsuit of $5 million.
You know, it's funny. You wait so long, and then you finally hear the word portable, and then it starts making sense. But you're thinking, like, what was he like sitting on a porcelain toilet and it tipped over and it paralyzed him from the shoulders down? What the heck?
Yeah, it seems crazy, but it's one of those big porta potty deals.
Yeah,
like
porta potty, right?
Worker ones, like the green ones outside a construction site. The legal intelligencer. That's a terrible paper name. The legal intelligencer.
The legal intelligencer. There's
like
a post intelligencer too. I can't try to remember where that newspaper was.
Back in your day when you were working with those
Seattle.
guys?
Oh, Seattle Times PI, the post intelligencer. It's the Seattle paper.
Okay. Well, calling it a PI sounds way better than intelligencer.
Seattle Times PI.
Reports Wednesday that Donald Adams III was on a camping trip with two relatives when they backed a truck up to the toilet to try to lock him inside as a prank. The lawsuit says the cousins-in-law inadvertently knocked the toilet over when they banged on it and shook it. A trial memo says Adams landed on his neck and the accident has left him a quadriplegic. This is terrible. Adams and his wife sued the relatives along with the toilet manufacturer and installer, alleging the toilet was improperly installed on a slope. Those defendants blame the cousins for the injuries.
Sure.
Yeah, that's bad, man. Like, what a life-changing, horrible thing.
No kidding. Just a prank gone wrong.
Yeah,
man.
and look, I like a good prank sometimes, but do smart ones. Don't do ones where there's a lot of risk at bodily injury.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think there would be with this. You know, just like backing a car up, not even knocking it over. I mean, you got to blame your cousins for being doofuses to back the car up so bad, the truck up, that it knocks over the porta potty.
Yeah.
Locking it funny. Tipping it over, not so funny.
Yeah. I'm guessing there's some drinking involved. I'm guessing. I don't know, but it seems like it. Who knows? But that sucks. And to have this happen, I mean, look, I know this is very small consolation, but imagine you were paralyzed because you were a high jumper, or a high jumper. That's not a thing. What am I trying to say? A big jumper, a high jumper, long jumper. No,
I don't know.
Guy that jumps out of a plane with an parachute.
Oh, like a skydiver.
Skydiver is the word I was looking for. Nothing to do with high jumpers.
They jump from a high place.
And then your chute malfunctions or something, and you become paralyzed. at the very least, with small consolation, but you can always look back and say, yeah, the accident happened during a very sort of heroic athletic thing. But to have it happen in a toilet because your cousins are idiots, that sucks. I mean, it sucks already. But it's just insult to injury, in my opinion. Anyway, there's that. There's that story. There's a real heart wrencher.
It is sad.
It is sad. It's not, but there ain't no happy nothing going on there. So let's move on to Russia.
Okay.
The
Sochi.
The Sochi Olympics. When does that begin?
Is that tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah, Tina and I are big suckers for the. Well, she loves the Olympics altogether. I really like the opening ceremonies.
You're a theatrical kind of guy.
Really cool. I like sitting there and watching all the countries parade by, and you see, oh look at all the people representing America. Oh, look at all the people representing Russia. Oh, look, there's one person representing Slovenia.
Yeah, like some little town or little country you've never heard of.
Right. Actually, it'll probably be more for the Winter Olympics than there were at the Summer Olympics, as far as those
for those Eastern Bloc countries.
Eastern Bloc countries, yeah,
for sure. But you'll have like some South American.
One guy from Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Jamaican bobsled team. Those guys.
That's right. Yes.
Be like
maybe
four guys.
Yeah. 4 guys from Jamaica.
4 guys and John Candy.
Maybe a Kickstarter flag.
So it's been a lot of controversy and a lot of stuff going on. And snowboarder Shaun White. By the way, wouldn't it be great during that opening parade if not the parade, but the big whatever show they're going to put on, the show, the cultural or whatever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if it was nothing but like Russian mobsters and guys hacking computers and weird mail order wives and stuff? Like all the terrible things. And dashboard cams. I'll have guys come out dressed as cars with a dashboard cam.
Exactly. And
brilliant.
Spam and oh my god, that's hilarious.
I'd be all into that. Snowboarder Shaun White with the red hair.
He's a snowboarder now.
Yeah, he's a snowboarder. Did I say snowboarder? Snowboarder.
Yes. I like snowboarder though.
He'd like it that way if everyone named it after him. He is withdrawn from the slope style event. You now see he's dropping out of this event at the Sochi Olympics. The event is scheduled to start Thursday. White is still going to compete in the half pipe, his usual sport, but he says Sochi's slope style course with its larger than usual jumps is way too risky for him. It's the newest event at the Olympics, actually. Although boarders have been doing it for more than a decade, it's a ski hill filled with obstacles. Imagine a skate park covered in snow.
It is really weird. It's a weird competition. It's fun to watch, but man, whoever came up with the idea said, the slope style snowboarding, regular snowboarding too boring. Let's put a bunch of stuff on the side of the mountain and have them fly down it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like a sideways. Well, yeah, it's like a sideways skate park, like a downhill skate park.
Exactly. Yeah.
So on Tuesday, White spoke about the course and how excited he was to show the slope style to the world. Massive jumps. There are multiple flips. There's rails. He said it's pretty exciting to watch, man. Famed snowboarder says. It was scheduled to be the first event in the entire Olympics before the opening ceremony even. And White, today they were doing this. And White was the big celebrity, the star of the big show, and now he's pulling out, says it's too dangerous. So a few knocks on Russia lately about dog roundups and security issues and hotels are crap.
The poor media hotels are like... They're going onto Twitter to barter. I have 3 light bulbs and I'll trade them for a doorknob. like it's Waterworld.
I love that.
Paper.
I got paper. You ever seen paper?
There was like, I'm trying to find the tweet who tweeted. It was Dan Wetzel tweeted, "To anyone in Sochi, I am now in possession of 3 light bulbs. We'll trade for a door handle. This offer is real."
This is amazing. I love that it's so crappy. Like that kind of stuff is just, you can't write that. That's awesome.
And the water is as orange as apple juice.
Ugh. Really?
And, yes. Here, let me send you a link here. You can see all this great stuff.
This is horrifying.
It's really sad.
Olympic reporter. I'm going to do a dumb tweet right now. I'll write it in a minute, so I'm not doing it on the show. While you're looking that up, HelloFresh.com is sponsoring the program today. It's the kind of food I need these days. I gotta get reset. I gotta get into a groove where I'm eating nothing but healthy things every meal. And HelloFresh offers all kinds of stuff in that regard, which is great. Every week their chefs create delicious recipes. You pick what you like, and they send you those farm fresh ingredients directly to your door. All you got to do is go and find out if they deliver to you, and you can make cooking fun again. Make a meal in 30 seconds or less and impress that significant other in ways you never thought possible. They're in the Netherlands, Germany, Australia, here, the UK, and growing all the time. For your first-time order, you can save 50% by using the code MorningStream50. That's at HelloFresh.com, and the code MorningStream50.
Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry.
It's Celebrity Poop, brought to you by
The Warden, a book series by independent author Felicia Jedlicka, now available on Amazon Kindle. The first book is only 99 cents. Follow Donato, the warden of a prison holding criminals of the supernatural persuasion, as he finds, acquires, and trains his successor. There are currently 5 books of this compelling series available on Amazon. Download yours today.
Sounds interesting to me.
Totally. So you look at those photos, the tweets.
Let's see. Did you put in... oh, yeah, there you are.
I put in Skype, yeah.
Let's take a look at some of these. I suspect I'm going to love this. All right, here we go. We'll trade light bulbs for a door handle. Journalist hotel stories at Sochi. CNN booked 11 rooms in one Sochi 24 Media Hotel 5 months ago. We have been here for a day and only one room is available. Brilliant. Oh my gosh, that's the hotel?
Yes.
It says it's in shambles. My hotel has no water. If restored, the front desk said, do not use your face, or do not use on your face because it contains something very dangerous. Look at that water.
I know. It's like apple juice. It's like turpentine.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I thought they were kidding around a little bit.
No. And wait till you get to there's pictures of the food where basically for breakfast you get beans, peas, corn, and marmalade.
Wow. I have a room, no heating or internet, but it has a single bed at least. That guy's real bad. The reception at our hotel in Sochi has no floor, but it does have this welcoming picture of Vladimir Putin.
Scowling Vladimir Putin. And then the last photo actually has like an open manhole on the
what is going on there, dude?
It's like somebody just, surprised them by saying, oh, by the way, you're hosting the Olympics next week. Be ready.
I can't think of anything I'd rather not do than go there and be in this. This is awful. All right, it's worse than I thought. I thought it was just all a lot of talk, but that's bad.
It's bad.
It's real bad. All right, well, let's get to the poop of the day. NBC cancels the Michael J. Fox show.
Aww.
Vulture first reported this, which has some... I guess that makes sense. They're called Vulture. They tell you about dying things all the time, I suppose. NBC has pulled the remaining 2 episodes, or new episodes, of the freshman sitcom that will instead air new episodes of Hollywood Game Night. What is that? Hollywood Game Night on Thursday after the Winter Olympics.
Hollywood Game Night is the Jane Lynch... it's almost... You know what? We actually could probably sue them because it's basically FROGPANTS All-Stars with
Hollywood people.
With Hollywood people, hosted by Jane Lynch.
That's not cool.
And it's games... look a little bit like mine. I want to know if Jane Lynch was secretly hiding in the back when we were doing FROGPANTS All-Stars and taking notes.
That would be really funny.
Yeah.
That lady from Best in Show's back there.
Yeah.
With a hat and sunglasses on. The move comes a week after NBC shut down production on its other low-performing first-year comedy, Sean Saves the World. However, unlike Sean, the Michael J. Fox show already completed production on its full 22-episode season. It's unknown when the remaining 7 episodes will air. 15 installments have aired thus far, and it was doing all right. 7.8 million.
Yeah, and you know what? Tina and I watched it regularly and thought it was great. It was really, really funny.
It seems like a show maybe they just should go straight to cable for something like this, because that's plenty of viewers. I just think the main networks are not the place to do your shows anymore. It just seems like everyone sucks and gets canceled there.
Yeah.
So go somewhere else where you can get it done. Get the business done. Like, I feel like this Vegas show I'm watching could have thrived on a cable channel. I really do. Like on FX or something, but it was just too AMC, watered down and CBS or whoever.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber in the news. He's never in. We never talk about him.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Justin Bieber's in the news.
Yeah, shocking. What is that? Oh, I got bubble wrap everywhere. Those cupcakes. Justin Bieber's flying circus. This headline comes in from the LA Times. Pot smoking at high altitude. Pot smoking high altitude. Oh, attitude. Sorry, I read that wrong. Call it Justin Bieber's flying circus. The pop star.
That's not even a HuffPost headline, man.
It's LA Times, man.
LA Times playing a little HuffPo on us.
Yeah. It says, call it Bieber's flying circus. The pop star and his entourage. So this is all during all of his other trouble where he's all acting kind of contrite about it, but I call BS. Reportedly filled their U.S.-bound private plane with so much pot smoke last Friday that the pilots themselves had to wear oxygen masks to avoid a contact high. So to fly the plane without being under the influence,
oh my God,
they had to wear gas masks or some kind of mask.
That's horrendous.
Oxygen masks, I guess.
Yeah.
Did
they help the person next to them put theirs on before they put their own one on?
Actually, how's it go? Isn't it the other way? Put your
I think
own
it's
on?
if you have children, help small children before putting on your own mask.
I think it's still do your own and then theirs.
Oh, is it?
I think that's it.
It always seemed. I remember when they first started saying that it just seemed really bizarrely selfish.
It did, doesn't it? It still
do
does.
your own mask before helping others.
Yeah, and I know it makes logical sense because you can't do anything to help anyone if you're not.
Yeah, if you're passed out.
Yeah, you got to be able to help them, but. Still, if you're sitting next to a 5-year-old, I would be highly tempted to help the kid first.
For sure, yeah.
There was also a great deal of high-altitude attitude thrown toward a flight attendant by the Biebs and his father, Jeremy Bieber. Apparently, this guy's a real influence.
Yeah.
According to the NBC News, which obtained an official report about the incident, CNN source backed up the story. The pilot on the international hop repeatedly warned the party of 12 to stop smoking weed and to lay off the flight attendant, who wound up spending most of the flight up near the cockpit to avoid the abuse, says NBC. You know what? Really. We gotta quit. We have to stop supporting this kid. And what I mean by that is, well, what am I talking about? 13-year-old girls aren't going to care about any of this.
Right. We have a big contingent of 13-year-old girl listeners to this show.
It's just that, but my problem with it is it's so, I don't ever sense like even a hint of care for anybody else.
Right.
And that's what's scary. Because when you're like that, what's the word? There's a word for that when you only care about yourself.
No. You're talking about apathy.
Apathy. Yeah, lack of apathy.
Or no, apathy is when you don't care about anybody else.
No, apathetic, right.
There's plenty of apathy.
He puts pathetic and apathetic.
A lack of empathy.
But there's another, narcissistic, that's the other thing.
Okay.
Where you are the center of all and you're, tremulous. Let's say tremulous again. Douchery. You're a douche. So quit being a douche, or this is going to end bad. It's just going to end bad.
Tremulous. I think you made you went onto Wikipedia or something and added that word right before.
I promise you that's a word.
I know.
It's a word.
I'm kidding. It is a good word.
It's not used very often, but
no.
I'm going to use it once a day for the rest of our lives.
All right then,
Brian. We have a tremulous pact with our friends at tweakedaudio.com, and I don't mean shaky because it's not on good ground. I mean because when you put those earbuds in your head and you're listening to your new Crystal Method album,
right?
You're going to be tremulous.
You'd be tremulating all over the place.
That's right, because it sounds so freaking good. Get the most compatible earbuds ever. They're compatible with everything. Noise reduction, engineered for durability, lifetime warranty. Tweakedaudio.com with the code STREAM for 33% off. That's 33% off with our friends at tweakedaudio.com. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, no Wendy today. She is in Sweden for 2 weeks. And I forgot she was already gone because I tried to text her and she doesn't get her text there, and I didn't know why she didn't answer me back. And Kim's like, yeah, she's in Sweden, dude. Like, oh, crap. All right, well, Sweden it is. So because of that, while they're there on sort of a fact-finding mission for some graduate school stuff that our husband's thinking about doing, we're going to do a Call Now later in the show. After this break. It's called Call Now.
Call Now.
Call Now.
Call Now.
Imagine a world.
Call Now.
Where you guys call in and enjoy asking us questions and we answer them. So coming up, that'll be very soon. Keep My Extra Life as a Skype name handy. And if you're on Skype and you can do it, either from your phone or your desktop, you can call in live and we'll listen to what you have to say. Before all that, though, some sort of tune.
Sure. All right. Well, this one's going out to Frozen Falcon in the Tadpole. Also an AIE's known as Frozen Falcon. Greetings and salutations, T-Tox and Nerb. Frozen Falcon here with his first request ever. I'm a longtime listener to the Frogpants Studio shows, and the only thing I regret is not being able to attend Nerdtacular. What's the deal with the Atlantic Ocean being so big? Anyway, I digress. Today is my birthday, yay, and since the cake is a lie, I would very much like to hear the awesome guitar of Carlos Santana playing Oye Como Va, originally by Tito Puente. Despite being called a distracting freak every other day, I still continue to enjoy your off-subject conversations. Frozen Falcon, AIE, and Tadpole.
Nice.
Well, happy birthday, Frozen Falcon.
Yeah.
And so here in the States, so Frozen Falcon, I want to say, is from Portugal. And here in the States, if you turn on a classic rock radio station, they are required by law to play Santana's Oye Como Va once an hour.
What?
So I'm
Are
not
you
going to be
kidding
playing,
me?
I'm not. I am kidding. Of
Oh,
course
I want that to be true.
But if you turn on a classic rock radio station, if you do listen for a couple hours, you're probably going to hear Oye Como Va.
I agree, but man, that would be amazing if it was mandated. I would love
the
that.
Digital Copyright Millennium Act, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act. So anyway, so we're not going to be playing Santana's version. A lot of people don't know it's actually originally done by Tito Puente, and I decided not to play the Tito Puente version either. I wanted to play something that was new and unusual and foreign to most of our listeners. So this is an electronic version of Oye Como Va. This is by the Salsa Brothers from their 2009 album. It's the title track. Well, it was an EP. My Electric Oye Como Va.
Ooh, sounds nice to me. Here it is when we come back. Oh, we did these. You had me switch them. That's okay. Let me put that one down there. We were originally going to do the other one.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
Yeah,
Shoot.
That's okay. I should have said something when you got that far with it.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. We'll do this one now. We'll switch them up. So here it is. It's My Electric Oye Como Va, the original radio mix, and we'll be back in a minute with Call Now.
I'm Chiquita Banana, and I've come to say bananas have to ripen in a certain way, and when they're flecked with brown and have a golden hue, bananas taste the best and are the best for you. You can put them in a salad. Grief? No, not yet, my dear. That greenish way you're looking means that you are ripe for cooking.
How about me?
No. When you are fully ripe, my dear, those little flecks of brown appear.
Me?
You're most digestible, my friend. Delicious, too, from end to end.
Pointed-eared hobgoblin.
by the power of Grayskull, this is the Morning Stream.
And we're back. That is a rad cover. I'm going to listen to that again.
It's awesome.
Not right now, but I will later. That's really
yeah.
good. Really good. Okay.
Cool.
Here we are. It's time to play a little game. We like to call.
Call now.
This is a chance for you to call the Skype name My Extra Life. You don't have to add me as a friend. You can just call it. So you don't have to wait for any approval or any of that. It'll just ring through. We'll take the first caller we get. You get to ask questions, whatever you want. It can be a personal one. We can, we have first right of refusal here. We can not answer it if we don't want to.
Right. Of
So
course.
if you say, why is the rumor true that Brian has 4 nipples on 2 of his butt cheeks? And not on his 3rd somehow, yeah. That's fine with us. Peter Fisher on the line. Hello, Peter.
Hi. How are you?
How's it going, man?
Good.
Good. You're a different sounding guy than what we usually get. I don't know what that means. But the way he greeted us, like, hey, how's it going? I'm good. Just that kind of,
I'm from the land of the money with the holes in it.
Oh, you're from Canada. There's your problem.
America's hat.
Yeah, America's hat.
Yeah.
So what part of Canada are you in?
The East Coast, New Brunswick.
Oh, okay. Great.
Nice.
Now, how close is that to where supposedly the Trailer Park Boys are?
It was actually on the East Coast. Yesterday you said it was West Coast, but it's actually in Nova Scotia in Halifax, so it's about 3 hours away.
Oh, that's not too bad. You could get there in an afternoon.
Oh, can get there in about 3 hours.
Yeah, we'll enjoy that. That sounds like a fun ride. What's your question for us today?
Oh, I didn't know it was a question. I
Well, it
thought
could
you
be
were gonna
anything.
ask me.
Oh, sure.
Happy birthday to Tina, because it is my birthday also.
Oh, great.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
And
Happy birthday, Peter.
How old are you, dude? Yeah, how old are you, Peter?
43.
Hey, Peter, how old? June, whoa, 43, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of old farts.
Yes.
One of us has diverticulitis, the other 2 don't. Well, that's great. Happy birthday.
Okay, a question. Snowbird again this year?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yes.
Weekend of July 4th again. There will soon be no rock slides this year. There will soon be a video up that I'll be doing that will kind of get some initial details out there. But yeah, people can count on a lot of the initial stuff will be sort of the same in terms of location and time, and in terms of content. There's a whole bunch of new stuff coming, but
Yeah.
We're pretty excited about it. So yeah, that's the plan. Thank you very much, Peter. We got a call from our old friend April.
Oh, hello there.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Fine. Doing all right. You snowed in today, or what's going on there?
Well, I was supposed to be snowed in yesterday, but no, I had to come into work. Yeah, but I got to leave early, so at like 10 o'clock, so I got to go draw for like 5 hours and get all cracked out on coffee. It was amazing.
That's great. Where do you do that? Do you go home for that? Do you go to a coffee thing for that? What do you do?
I've gotten really used to going to cafes, because when I was living with my parents after college, I was going nuts, so I'd go to cafes to escape. So now, cafes are like my creative area. So I go to this one that used to be an old bank, and they turned it into a cafe.
Yeah.
So you can like sit in old cells and draw. So they have a fireplace, and I go there, and it's amazing. They know my name. It's like cheers.
That sounds great. You walk in and they go, April, like that.
Hey, everyone, it's April. Hey.
I like a good cafe. I like a good dinery kind of place like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Is that where you used to go draw, or what?
No, when I was, so it's just kind of weird, but when I was young, like, let's say, I don't know, high school through maybe early college years, there would be times where I would go to the airport, of all places, with a sketchbook.
Mm-hmm. That's a good, yeah.
And I would draw
seriously,
people.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Airports and zoos were great.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could draw
love
the people,
zoos.
you could draw the animals.
Mm-hmm. There's always like
What-
weird stuff to see you're never going to see anywhere else, so that's why I did that.
When I was like 18 or so, I grew up right outside New York City, down in Jersey. That's why I can do a Jersey accent so well.
Yeah.
And I would take the train in and go to the Natural Museum History
Museum, yeah.
Yeah, that thing. And I just go draw like dinosaur bones, and it was just the best. And then I
See?
meet up with my friends, got lunch, and
That's
they
great.
drive me home.
That's great.
It's fantastic.
If you guys aren't following April's art, you should. It's really good stuff. So when Doghouse said on Twitter yesterday that you should do some of that for one of those side panel prints, I am in full agreement. That would be amazing.
Oh my God, I would love to do that. Bill's been helping me out, Chinbeard, with making vinyl stickers and stuff. So I've been, just racking my brain how to work with that, work around that, and I've been putting stuff up in my shop. I'm gonna have a website soon. Oh my
That's
God,
great.
it's all like just all of a sudden just crashing down. It's exciting.
Internet creativity on display.
I don't know, honestly, guys, I don't know where I would be right now if it wasn't for you guys in this community. Like, I wouldn't have met all these people, and like, honestly, Bill's been like my mentor for art lately, and I don't know where I'd be right now. So thank you so much.
That's really sweet of you to say that. We I don't know. It's a weird, windy road. This whole thing has been since the early aughts. And to see where it's kind of gotten us, and to see the kinds of people that are now sort of camped around it, it's odd and awesome at the same time. So
it's incredible, and like you guys inspired me. I do video game streams now. I do art streams now, and then I've talked to people, and I've got them doing art streams now, and it's awesome to watch other people do art, and it's just, you guys are just creating this awesome domino effect.
Aww.
It's great.
Well, thank you. You're a great domino, and I'm happy to kick you over anytime.
Oh, you guys are my favorite dominoes, too.
Oh, thanks a lot. The thin crust is the best dominoes. That's the way you want to get that. All right, we'll talk to you later. Be good. All right, on the line with us now, TMS's original black fan, it's JJ.
Yay!
What's going on,
hey,
everybody?
Man. Ooh, listen to you. You are
microphone.
Sheesh. Woo, wow, that's amazing. What, do you got a new mic, dude? What happened there?
No, this is my podcasting mic.
You sound great. Jeez.
Oh, well, no, I think normally when the last couple of times I called, I actually had to do it from my phone because I was remote.
Oh, okay. That's why it sounds so much better.
Yeah. You got Barry White in there today. This is great.
Totally. Sure, you're right.
That's pretty good. What's on your mind, man? What's going on?
Man, so I have just a few things with this whole pregnancy thing, and, me being part of this already before.
Yeah. JJ, for those not in the know, if you missed it, JJ's having twins. So watch for that. Yeah.
Just make sure Renee knows. Yeah. So one of the things that I forgot about is that, one, everybody's an expert.
Yeah.
On the pregnancy.
Yeah. Right.
If you say you're reading books, everybody's like, all that crap's gonna go out the window, which we already know.
Yeah. Of course.
And then two, everybody's like, well, a lot of people around here are like, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Crocker, they're having grand twins. It's like, wait a minute, this is our baby.
Yeah. It's weird, right? Everyone's got their little piece of flesh to take out.
Right. And one of the things that Renee and I were talking about last night, I kind of posted this on Facebook too, was how one of her books that she's reading makes the husband out as a bumbling idiot.
Yeah, of course.
Just like, now make sure you send one of your girlfriends to go get you something to eat afterwards, because
your husband
if you
won't
send
be
your
able to
husband,
do it. Yeah.
he's going to eat a 4-course meal before he brings you your tuna salad sandwich.
Yeah. It's a little, I don't know where that stuff comes from.
And I know it's a trope that's in TV where you see where everybody loves Raymond and Homer Simpson and everything else. And that's why sometimes I don't like some of those shows, but the cartoons are cartoons. But I'm just saying, I think there are more, or maybe I'm just in an elite group of folks here at Frog Pants that don't think their male friends are bumbling idiots to their wives.
I don't think so either. I mean, I'll joke a lot about how, and truthfully so in a lot of cases, how Kim does a lot of things for us as a family unit that I'm terrible at, or that I bumble around with, or whatever it may be. But I think it's, especially with kids being born, most people kick into team mode and you do the best you can together. Very few people on the fringes turn into bumbling idiots. And those that do are funny in a weird way, and they become the stereotype, and then other people believe that that's more common than it is, and we start the circle again. So that's all that is.
And I just want to, if anybody has twins out there, we're up for
they're up all night to
recommendations and stuff like that. I told even though I've had kids before, I never had twins before, and this is a whole different experience.
Sure.
From friends that I've spoken with already about twins, it's like this is a whole new thing, and it's like
I'll tell you what we did. So what we did when we had kids is the only advice I'm going to give, and it's funny because it's about taking advice. When you have them, everybody's an expert. And when you don't, or when you're done with them, nobody wants to hear anything you have to say about what you experienced. So we just kind of made a decision a long time ago where we just sort of shut off both those valves. Like, it's great. If someone's showing real care and interest, well, let's talk. But if somebody's like, Oh, what you want to do is chew up the food and then spit it in their mouth. You can go Alicia Silverstone yourself to death somewhere else. I'm not interested or whatever. So we are just like, okay, whatever. And if we see somebody struggling with a kid thing, and we know how to deal with that, we usually aren't very quick to sort of offer that because people don't want to hear it. Typically, they think they've got it all figured out, or the thing they read or heard on The View is the way it should be, and you just kind of go, all right, fine, it's fine.
And then sometimes they just want someone to talk to, and sometimes you just have to listen. That's it.
And sometimes your instincts are all you need. So this is what's going to happen, in my opinion. Renee's going to have these babies, and it's going to be a labor and a lead up that is challenging, but build character. She's going to be stronger for it. Like, all these things are going to be true. When those babies pop out, she's going to kick into full mother mode, and it's going to be natural, and she's going to care about them, and she's going to know what to do. She isn't going to need 50 experts and 20 books.
I know, and I think, and for Renee, the way that she's wired is that she has to know. She doesn't want to walk around like Deanna Troy, like, I don't understand the things that are going on in my body. I mean, she wants to. Okay, is that gas or is that the baby?
Right.
Or
right.
Why am I peeing all the time?
Right.
My body.
Yeah, exactly. We don't want to know about her body. We want to know how to fix it.
My body.
Well, that's great, man. I'm excited for you because it is a challenge. I mean, you still have to think about all the things that change in your life or what you have to do, and that's good. Those are all good things. But yeah, don't let the world be your expert, and don't let them tell you what to do. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I know,
you got this, brother.
We got it.
All right, man. Stay out of trouble. On the line with us now, Hammond Chamberlain.
Oh, cool. Jay Hammond.
Jay Hammond Chamberlain, a local and a stalwart in the chat room, and a nice all-around guy. What's going on, man?
Not much. How's it going?
It's good to talk to you. Are you at the jail? Because he does a really interesting job, like scary job, I think.
Actually, I'm up at the office today.
Ah, dang. Because he does, do you ever get to carry heat, like packing heat and have a piece and all that?
I'm more of a social worker than anything.
Oh, all right, fine. I've been building you out to be like TJ Hooker over here.
No, I'm more like TJ Hooker's shrink.
Walker, Texas warden.
TJ Hooker's therapist.
Yeah.
You don't need the toupee, Bill. You just don't need it. Well, it's good to have you on, man. What's going on?
Not much. I was actually caught wind that you guys were doing a call now, and just thought I'd come in and say hi.
No, it's always good. So we've got this thing. Jay sent months ago some Wacom equipment that we need to give away as a gift or as a contest here on the show in some way or form. And I'm the laziest man on earth, so I haven't done it yet.
Like contest.
Yeah, there you go. So it's a nice reminder to have you call because I got to get that freaking done. I want people to have this thing in their house and learn how to be artists and not have me sitting on this box forever.
Well, see, the whole point was, I started this thing to try to draw one picture a day for myself a year, for the whole year of last year.
Yeah.
And I got cocky about halfway through and thought I was actually good. And so I went out and bought a software in this Wacom tablet, and I plugged it in, installed it, and realized that, no, I'm really not good, and learning software to boot made it worse.
Just wasn't your thing, huh?
No, so I went back to paper and pen and figured that maybe we could give it to somebody as a prize for like a burgeoning artist kit or something along those lines, and really thought I'd just be helpful that way.
I think you took the right steps. I mean, basically, this happens a lot where people think, oh, it's the modern age and there's all this software and there's all these tools. This will take me to where I want to be. And then they'll get it and go, ugh, there's all these other layers of complexity. This isn't the place to learn. Like, you need to... Sometimes you just need to run on the streets of Philadelphia before you fight, Apollo Creed the next day.
There's no instruction manual that comes with paper and a pencil.
Right.
Yeah, and it was just... The thing that actually bothered me most was that I wasn't getting the feedback from the tablet. I was getting it from the screen.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing for me to get used to.
Yeah, it's still hard. In fact, that's ultimately why I moved to Cintiqs, because the combination of my hands down here, but what's happening is up on screen. I never could get my head completely around that. Yeah. There's some people who swear by it, and that's all they'll do. But just different strokes. But the pen, paper, I mean, it's there is a purity about that. That's a technology that we've had for a few thousand years, and it still works. And you can do all kinds of creative stuff, and you can really cut your teeth out. We were talking earlier about going to the airport and sketching people. Like, that's how you do it, man. That's where you do it. So you did the right thing. It's a good thing.
And the other thing is, I heard April talking about how she wouldn't be doing what she's doing if she hadn't met you guys. And I'm in the same boat. If I hadn't gotten involved in Nerdtacular, I just started a show not too recently, and I wouldn't be doing it and having any kind of success with it if I hadn't, rubbed elbows with you guys. So I really appreciate that.
Thanks, man. It's nice of you to say. It's always it's good. Plus, we need good people in Utah. Damn it.
And I get to be on that show this weekend. I'm going to be a guest on your show on Sunday.
Cool. Yeah, I'm recording Brian, and actually I'm doing Eric Van Skyhawk the same day.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
All right, well then, good luck with that, because Eric's a super huge pain in the ass. Just kidding, he's fine. He's great. He is a fine man. Thanks, dude. Have fun, and go cure our nation's ills in the jail, will you? Or something like that? All right, see ya. All right, we got time for a couple more here. Let's bring in Alexandria. How are you?
Hello!
How are you?
Hello, Alexandria.
Hey, I made it. Do I do the video thing?
If you want, yeah. Oh, look at you. There you are. Is it coming through? Hold on.
Is it?
See if it comes through the...
It is coming through, baby.
Yay! Hello!
Ooh, how are you?
I'm good. I don't have a question this time, but I wanted to, well, like everybody seems to be, I wanted to call in and say thank you.
Oh.
You gave me some really good art advice a while ago, because I've been trying to do the freelance thing for years, and I wasn't good at marketing myself.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave me great advice, and I've been slowly getting into that, and I've actually I got interviewed by James Hammond C. Actually, I got invited to be on a podcast by Draco Sky, and I'm even doing art streaming, so it's like all of a sudden it's happening.
That's great. That's totally cool. Yeah, I mean, you got to start someplace, and may as well be that, and that's awesome to hear. That's really cool. Sure. Are you posting your stuff anywhere that people can see it and stuff?
Well, yeah. Well, the art streams Tuesdays and Sundays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at justin.tv/chaos_child.
Nice.
And my art is on DeviantArt at chaos2-child, because somebody took my name.
Oh, those bastards. No. This happens to me all the time now, though. I hate it. If there's a new video game coming out and I want to reserve GURP, good luck. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Not allowed. Everyone else has got it. Well, that's great. I hope you keep it up, because I can hear in your voice that it's making you happy, and that's important.
It does. It's what I wanted to do forever, and I'm glad it's finally kind of starting to happen.
Woohoo! Well, there you go. We'll have a good one, and call us next time we do this, will you? We like you.
Yeah.
You're like a regular around here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. And yes, I will.
All right,
you guys
we'll
have
see
a
you
great day.
I know. Thanks, you too.
Vlad Nico.
We didn't want this to turn into Thank Us Now.
Yeah, thank us now. Hey, man, what's going on?
Oh my gosh, hold on. I gotta mute a ton of stuff.
No problem. Imagine a world where we don't have to mute a ton of stuff, and that's the world we now live in. Vlad, what's going on, man? How are you?
Oh, not too much. I had a snow day today and yesterday.
Wait, where are you? Tell us where you're at.
I am in Northwest Ohio.
Good Lord, man. Good Lord.
Yesterday, we just kind of got, slapped with a ton of snow. We had 8 hours overnight and then another 5 inches during the day.
And you guys aren't completely immune to that, right? Like, Ohio gets their share of snow every year, right?
Yeah, we get a fair amount of snow, but the past 3 years we have not had much snow. Not a single delay for school in the past 3 years, and it seems like we're making up for it now. So
it's kind of how it comes, rains and pours kind of thing.
Kind of.
Except in this case, it snows it dumps. I guess.
Snows it.
That's great. Well, I know you've been up to all sorts of busy things lately. How's all that stuff going for you?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I'm working on a couple of different projects. I've been posting in the tab pool whenever I do it. I'm working on a Halo 3 battle rifle replica.
Great.
Working Nerf replica. So,
have you talked to Bill at all? Get any tips?
A little bit. Kind of touched base with him on a project about maybe a Malcolm Reynolds pistol conversion kit.
Yeah.
So you can take the internals from a Nerf gun and then make your own working
oh, wow.
Malcolm Reynolds blaster.
That's great.
So really got to work on that some when I get a chance.
That's great.
I'm actually working on, you guys and Daryl. I'm working on the blasters for your wives and for your kids. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nerf blasters.
I'm working on that.
I heard
about
the
video, man. Those things look lethal.
They seem really cool.
You know what? If you get the right ammunition in there, yeah, they can be lethal.
That's really cool. I'm looking forward to that. That's awesome. You got any big question for us today?
Not really. Just thanks, guys, for helping me out with, without you guys, I'm actually starting a podcast now. Brian, you helped me out last night.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out too. Well, I tried to.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? You shifted the frame from which I was looking at everything, and now everything is just lining up and it's making sense and it's working. So
Good.
I'm not
Okay,
going to
good.
touch too much because if I touch it, it's probably going to break.
Oh, trust me. As a guy who touches too much, I have this problem every day. Totally know how it feels. Well, that's great, man. Well, keep it up. Good luck with all that stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and stay out of trouble, man. It's a cold day in Ohio or something like that. Our friend Dave Michael on the line. Dave.
Wow, sales geek.
Hey.
Hey, what are
how
you doing,
guys
man? Doing all right?
Well,
What are you doing?
you know, I was just sitting here listening to all these people calling and telling you how great you were and thanking you. And it just made me think
You need to bring us down
call
to
in.
earth.
Yeah.
I need to call and let everybody know that Scott is really a big pain in the ass. Once you hang out
Yeah,
with him.
giant pain in the ass. I've heard this before. You're not the
That was
first to
something
say
we
it.
don't know.
Yeah.
So, well, I just figured we need to get that out there.
Yeah,
Level set
we
for
got to
everyone.
keep things real. You know, I'm not interested in a big fantasy world where everyone exists with ponies and unicorns. Scott is an ass, and that's just the way it is. Actually, Dave is a genius and makes what I do a lot easier these days. So, big thanks, man. And what are you doing today? Just hanging out? You got snow where you are? What's going on?
No snow here. Just sitting down in the basement working.
Well, that's good, because some of that work's probably for me, and that makes me happy. So we'll stay out of trouble and Nerdtacular Ho, man. That's a new announcement. We're having Nerdtacular Hoes this year. So
Nerdtacular Ho!
looking forward to it. Brian's on the line. Hi, Brian.
Scott, Brian, good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Brian. How you doing? Yeah, that's Tiny
Doing-
Brian.
It is, yes.
I
Good morning.
recognize that photo.
I was trying to send video, but I don't suppose I succeeded. My iPhone is older than the hills. It runs on steam power.
Ah, yes. This is saying that nothing of that sort is popping up.
That's right.
So.
The iPhone -1S.
Yep.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's Stone Age technology.
That's too bad. Well, what's on your mind, man?
I guess I will continue the theme of being pretty thankful to you guys. I actually joined you guys. I started with Film Sack, and I found it because I was looking for a podcast on filmmaking and saw Film Sack, and actually downloaded it.
And we were no help whatsoever.
Yeah, we didn't help at
I've not
all.
learned a thing about how to block a scene. No, you've not helped at all in that. But that's fine.
Yeah.
But I actually downloaded it at random with number 1, Kroll. So I've been kind of following that since the beginning and been here since the beginning. So thanks for all that. But I do have a suggestion.
Go for it.
After hearing Mr. Ibbott do his wonderful recitation yesterday and someone else sent in, I think that TMS karaoke should become a thing.
Oh, Lord. I don't know, man. What do you
There's
think?
just no place, unfortunately, at Snowbird. No place at all that we'd be able to set up a machine and do karaoke, I'm afraid.
I
Oh,
just
darn.
can't imagine it. Oh, that's too bad. We'll have to
You know
think
what?
about it. Oh, he's breaking up. He's breaking up. Go ahead. What?
I would totally consider bringing, because we've got, on the PS3, we've got SingStar and a crap ton of music on there.
Yeah.
I would totally consider bringing something like that and doing it there.
Why not? Hey,
Why the heck?
It's Mike Boyd or Mike.
It's Mike Worm.
Mike Worm. Hi, Mike Worm.
How's it going?
All right, man. How's it going?
Doing all right. How are you guys doing?
The good. He's the intrepid TMS/FROGPANTS intern that does so many
Right.
things behind the scenes that are hard to even list them all, and it's always good to have Mike on. What's going on, dude?
Not much. Well, everybody's complaining about how much snow they've got. Well, we got about 3 feet in like the last couple days.
Yes. Yeah, you guys just got hit big time.
But like Colorado and Utah and Wyoming and I guess Montana and some of these, and Minnesota even, like Midwest to some getting as far as I guess Utah, Idaho, we're used to this. So every year we get
you
dumped.
would think the town would be used to it too, but it took them about 3 days to clear off the sidewalk.
I think sometimes it's just so fast, so quick. Like our first major storm here, it was miserable because nobody was getting anything scraped on time, and normally we're Johnny on the spot around here. So the second big storm we had, no problem. In 20 minutes, everything was cleared. So I feel like it's just like people have to get on the stick again, and because it happens so often out here, that it's just they're more on the stick than usual. So I kind of got in a little bit of heat the other day because I was saying, "Oh man, what's wrong with you, you people in Atlanta? 2 inches of snow and your whole world shuts down." And they were like, "Well, no, you got to understand. There's no salt trucks. There's nobody to deal with the ice, and the ice is the big problem. And they're not used to it in any way, both civically." Local level stuff or even individual people with cars are not used to that kind of thing. So them abandoning cars and sleeping in a Walmart isn't all that crazy if you think about, all of those factors. So I apologize. Yeah. So anyway, so we feel for you people who don't normally get this stuff, but it's not unusual for you guys and us to get dumped, We just dealt with it. It's just the way it is.
Oh yeah, and Brian, the throat's feeling a lot better after those ridiculous covers from yesterday. So.
Wow. Yes, it was some crazy
singing
you had
those
there.
were something else.
I just didn't want to sing them normally. What was going to be the funniest way to do it, and I was just like, well, that's probably like the most ridiculous way to sing it, unless it was like a Shatner impression, but I'm not very good at that.
I still say Scott was way too generous by having me sing a Led Zeppelin song. He could have been really mean, like had me sing the theme song to My Little Pony Friendship is Magic
he could have made you sing Mass Text or something even worse.
Exactly. I wasn't going to be that nice. I'll tell you right now that if Denver had won, he was going to be singing either one of the two songs you did or something along those lines.
All I know is I felt bad. I felt bad enough. I couldn't bring myself to make you sing a terrible thing. I don't know why. I just couldn't do it.
Next time, Scott, you're singing "Clean My Room" by Tay Allen.
All right, I'm in. Ooh, that's the worst thing ever.
And Scott, I also want to thank you again for bringing back Current Geek. That was my actually my first FROGPANTS show.
Yeah, that was your gateway drug, right?
Kind of. It was like, it was really close between that and the Instance. It was like a couple days difference, but it was Current Geek was the first one I listened to.
Oh, well, that's good, man.
When it was the daily one, and then you launched the weekly one a few months after that, I think.
Yeah. We were very happy that where it's at and what it's doing right now, and that makes me glad to hear that old-time fans like it. And then here's a reminder of what I would have sounded like.
I can clean my room if I try. Sweep, sweep, brush, sweep, sweep, brush. I don't think so.
Oh, Lord. It's never going to happen. Thanks, Mike. Have a good one. We got Dan, who's been on the line forever. Hi, Dan.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
How's it going, guys?
Where do you hail from, Dan?
Hey, nice to see you too.
Hey, there's Dan's Modern Life.
I wanted to thank you guys for doing what you do because it inspired me to get into podcasting.
Oh, that's great. Did we really? So tell us, what are you doing? What's your show? What are you up
to? So I started something called Tiny Robot Studios, and I'm going to be doing a podcast on animated series and cartoons since it kind of inspired me to have it basically set my morals when I was a kid. Like growing up on cartoons was something that influenced me, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit.
That's great. That's a very under represented topic, I would say, and it's something I love. It gets thrown into a lot of other shows and conversations, but it's nice to see it get some focus.
Yeah, right. Tristan, it's kind of cool because there's all these great shows out there that adults can watch, and there's things that aren't just for kids, and they don't get any kind of media coverage, or they're not popular, or if they don't sell a ton of toys, they're not a big show, and they kind of get swept under the rug. So I wanted to talk about things like that.
That's cool. Dan, Tristan just got me into a show, and I can't remember the name of it. Death something, maybe. It's about a kid who finds a book, and any name he writes in Death Note, any name he writes in that book, that person dies.
Yeah, the first 15 episodes of that show are really good. Then it kind of takes an anime turn, and it's
How old is it? New?
Yeah, it's relatively new. It's about a year old.
Yeah. Who's playing that? Where can one get that?
You can find it on Hulu, Crunchyroll. I think there's even maybe an episode or two on YouTube. It's a good show. I mean, it starts out pretty interesting, like a mystery, and then gets really cliche anime like halfway through.
Crunchyroll. That's an odd. I've not heard of that service.
That's an all anime. It's like the all anime Hulu.
Oh, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a dude in the '90s who registered a domain with Network Solutions because he was really into sushi, and that was his favorite role. And now he's got a use for it. That's great. Well, that's cool, man. I'm excited for you. Where can people find it? We should pimp it.
Well, I have a website coming up. I just learning how to do website work, and I'm pretty terrible at it, so it's pretty ugly. But very soon you'll find new things on tinyrobotstudios.com.
That's awesome. Very, very cool. Well, I hope people check it out and stay out of trouble.
I will try.
Eat your vegetables. Get some nice fiber in.
And some crunchy rolls.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of Call Now.
Call Now.
Imagine we're done.
Imagine.
Just for fun, playing all that I can play. So let's do emails.
Okay.
Got a couple.
They're still brought to you by the same thing, aren't they? Oh, no, they're brought to you by a new thing. You changed that.
Yeah. No, not today. I didn't. That was in there last night.
Yeah, okay. When we started Call Now, you just didn't have me introduce it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is brought to you by Dog Boy, a.k.a. Bronson Black, is Cultus City's 13-year-old superhero. When it appears an old family friend might be a killer, Dog Boy jumps into action. Does he have the guts to expose a man from his past, or will he ignore the evidence to learn more about his strange powers? Dog Boy, Danger on Liberty Pier, a superhero adventure by Bill Meeks, on sale for 99 cents at bit.ly/libertypier or at dogboyadventures.com.
Bill Meeks, dude, lives in Atlanta himself.
Yes, I see him every time I go to Dragon Con, hang out with Bill.
Dragon Con.
DragonCon.
Jamie in Austin, Texas writes in, says, Dear Spider-Man and Black Cat, I go to the local Walmart on a regular basis. I always say I go down to the Walmart.
The Walmarts.
Down to the Walmarts. Since I work there, and this time I parked on the opposite side I usually do. I went in, bought my stuff, and left the building out of the normal side and didn't see my car. And without any conscious thought, said to myself, oh no, where did I park my car? Since you guys buried that clip in my head.
Nice.
Love the show, though. Jamie in Austin, Texas. If you're not familiar with the song or the sound, let's see, where is it? Where did I park my car? Here we go.
Where did I park my car? Oh, no.
That's the lady. So we're happy to have done that for you, buddy.
Nice.
This
I like
happens
Austin.
A lot. Yeah. Do you have a phrase that comes up on the show a lot that you just that pops into your head? I mean, anytime we hear anybody with a man after it, that's impossible for me not to hear.
Man.
Yeah,
right. You don't know where did I park my car? Like if I say, "Oh no," you know, "Oh no," then I might fall.
You kind of hear it.
Park my car. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I hear something like, what's another one? I can't see the word scooter without thinking about the scooters thing.
Sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's what a daily show will do to you, man. There's just no way around it.
That's right.
Thanks for that email. We got one more here from Marshall. Marshall wrote in and said, hey, Scoot and Ball, sorry. The other day you guys mentioned pho on the show, and how, or pho, sorry.
Yeah.
And how Brian had a place near him called Pho King, or pho, oh, jeez. Pho, pause for effect, King. One of our favorite pho places here in the San Francisco Bay Area is a place called Pho Kim Long. One of my favorite dishes is bun bo hu. Am I saying it right?
Bun bo hu. Yeah, that's how I
Bun
say
bo
it.
hu, which is a spicy beef soup that includes noodles, sprouts, beef tendon, pork blood cubes, shrimp paste. Tasty, yeah? No, that sounds horrible.
You had me till you got to pork blood cubes.
Yeah.
Actually, beef tendon didn't grab me either.
No, I don't like beef tendon.
Usually tendon is what I leave on the bone if I'm eating something that's like, oh, that's chewy. Let's leave that. That's tendon.
I know the pho that Kim made, you had to put, you had to soak the bones in there and get the marrow out, which is kind of gross.
I went to a restaurant. There was Euclid Hall here in Denver that sells marrow. Like you order bone marrow basically.
Oh, really?
You get a sawed-off bone and you
as an ingredient for something.
Ugh. No, it's a small plate. It's like you get a bone on a plate and you eat the marrow out of it.
That sounds awful. I don't want to ever eat that.
It actually wasn't bad at all. It was really good.
All right, I'll take your word for it. He says, love the show though, Marshall. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Marshall.
If you guys want to send us emails, you can. They're real simple. themorningstream@gmail.com. That's themorningstream@gmail.com. Let's see if our good friend Cleo's around. Whoa, that made a noise.
Leo.
And let's wrap this thing up today. It's a little scourge.
I don't know if I've seen her in the Tadpole in a while.
I haven't either, but I think she's on Skype. Yep, there she is.
Good.
Hi, Cleo.
Hi, guys. How are you?
I'm fine. How are
good.
you?
We're good.
Great. That's fantastic. Cleo comes on the show Thursdays, and she kind of scores like funny crap that happened during the week. And I suppose today's no different, right? You're gonna do nothing special. It's gonna be that, right?
Nope, just funny crap.
All right, I like funny crap. Give it to us. Lay it on us.
I'm not going to thank you for anything, by the way.
I know.
I'm going to be that one person who's like, God, man.
A-holes.
No. Jerks.
Not thankful for any of this. Yeah.
The group was in pretty fine form this week, so we've got a lot to talk about as I move my windows around and distract because I'm not organized.
Sure,
okay.
no problem.
I see work in the background.
Yeah, that's Colin. Come here, buddy.
You can be on camera.
Hey, Colin.
Where is he?
He's like,
hey,
no,
dude.
run away.
Don't film me, mother.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, right. You know what's going to happen? The minute you go, okay, bye, he's going to go,
He's going to want to be on,
yeah. Scott? Yeah.
Let that be a lesson to the children of today.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. Monday on the Trek Nerd, Steve Zirk announced that Suck Bay is Janeway's nickname for her ready room. Kind of nice.
That's a classy one.
Please report to Suck Bay.
Suck Bay. Chakotay, get the Suck Bay.
Suck Bay immediately.
Yeah.
On the news on Monday with the dead guy on the motorcycle, which was really, really sad.
Oh, God, yeah.
Irony Man thought that plus a remote control would be kind of fun.
Nicely said. He'll probably animate it and disgust us all as well.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I must comment. Icor in the chat room said Cleo is not wearing pants. No, Cleo is wearing a dress.
Oh.
Nice try.
That's close enough.
It's close enough. Let me see. On Wednesday, no, it was still Monday. We were talking about geek food, and we talked about your diverticulitis flare-up.
Yeah.
Free Rangers said a sock packed with meat was my Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band.
That's sadly more realistic than it is funny.
Yes.
Almost. Yeah.
And I mentioned that when you had the extra broth for all the pho, and Kim didn't know what to do with it,
Yeah.
I had mentioned pour it into ice cube trays and freeze it, because you can use it like individual servings to, like, you know, flavor stuff.
But then I'd have to call him fuck.
That's exactly where I'm going. Don't take my joke,
Okay,
damn it.
got it, got it.
Mr. Monkey said, make some Pho King popsicles. Which I
Okay.
thought was pretty good.
All right.
Stealing my joke,
Got
Johnson.
it. That's,
Okay,
you know, jumping the gun. That's what I do.
I
Oh, I
understand.
thought you could do pho cubes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's even better. Nice, Brian.
Yeah, nice God.
I'm
You got
gonna
some
get off
points
the
today.
camera if
Give
you
Brian some
keep
points.
stealing my funny. Brian, okay. On Wednesday, when you were talking about the stray dogs marring the Sochi Olympics,
Yeah.
there were two jokes back to back that were absolutely beautiful. Thorin said, "Stray dogs, nom nom nom," called the North Koreans.
Yep.
And during Ace to Tech segment, somebody was talking about the dog barking in the background, and another Jay Martin said, "Tom's stealing all the Russian strays." He's hiding them.
That's always the best time to talk to Tom, because that's when his dogs bark, is in the morning.
It is.
It's crazy.
When Iceworm took the stage and sang "We Built This City," another Jay Martin said he sounds like Batman.
Nice.
She kind of did, actually.
We built this city. Joker. That's great. Nice.
And the winner for the week is Zeno. When you were talking about the person yelling explosive tip at Walmart and he wasn't sure what you were saying, he thought he's probably just saying "you're a dick."
Well, then, if that's true, great. I still, to this minute, do not know what the hell that guy was yelling at me for. Or that lady. It was a lady, not a guy. Well, there you go. Speaking of explosive tips, Cleo's always amazing and explosive as any tip I've ever known. It's always good to have you on. And you know what we never do? Coffee Please, PLZ on Twitter. Is that that's your Twitter account, isn't it?
Coffee PLZ, that's me.
Yeah,
that's how you can find me.
Follow her on Twitter and be here next week for another roundup from Cleo.
I am. I'm working on a webpage. I don't have it done yet, but I'll let you know when it's done.
Let us know. Cleo's awesome webpage, phaking.com. All right,
Yeah,
bye now.
you know what?
Oh.
We will never know what.
Yeah. So we used to do the joke with there was a sofa or a furniture place called the Sofa King.
Sofa King, yeah.
And then somebody made a big joke about that on like SNL or something, and it went
Yes,
crazy. But we
exactly.
had an actual place called that.
You're going to go Sofa King crazy.
Yeah, exactly. This is as close as we can get to doing this on the show. It's great. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, alphageekradio.com, for our Shoutcast stream today, as usual. Todd, Gnome-wise over there, kicking it, rocking it. Go support his remaining days of his Indiegogo at bit.ly/alphageek and support his fine service while you listen to it here. I know you people enjoy it, so you may as well give back a little. FROGPANTS.com/TMS is the website. TheMorningStream@gmail.com is our email address. And you can find us on Twitter, Morningstream, Scott Johnson, and Coverville. A reminder that if all goes proper today may be the day that we have the TMS Patreon page up.
Yay!
So Brian and I are filming some stuff after this show. We got a little bit of work to do on the back end, but I think today's the day. If we can somehow mash it all in before my Blizzard interview at noon. So I'm sure we can. So that's going to be the plan. Watch for that. Brian, is there a Coverville today?
There will be a Coverville today. Lots of stuff to commemorate. Of course, it's the 55th anniversary of the day the music died, the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. So probably a set or two of music from that. It's also the 50th anniversary of the Beatles' first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show. So covers of those songs and some, basically a set of random music that just came in that I think is really, really good, but I didn't want to wait for a special show for. And maybe even a tribute to Jerry Goffin, who with Carole King wrote a bunch of songs, pop songs that everybody knows, but not by Jerry Goffin and Carole King.
Oh, wow. Weird. Okay.
Yes.
That sounds great. Watch for that today. What time live?
Hopefully around 2:30. There's a meeting that I'm waiting to hear back, a web conference that I'm waiting to hear back on. So it could be as late as 3, starting at 3, but keep an eye on Twitter, and I will post a message about when it's going to be.
Coverville on Twitter, everybody.
Yes.
That's going to do it from us here at TMS Central. A bunch of shows this weekend, so watch for those. Current Geek, Final Score, The Instance, Film Sack this weekend, a bunch of other stuff. Until then, and after all that, of course, we'll be back Monday. That's it. Let's do a song. What do you got?
Okay. How about a song? This one going out to somebody we heard from earlier, as a matter of fact. Deer Scrod and Bristlemouth. These are both species of fish. Thursday, February 6th will be my 43rd birthday. Other people to share this day are Ronald Reagan, Axl Rose, Babe Ruth, Zsa Zsa Gabor, Gregory Hines, Bob Marley, Natalie Cole, Fabian, Mike Farrell from MASH, Tom Brokaw, Alice Eve, who's in Trek Into Darkness as the hot bikini or a hot underwear girl, Rip Torn, and Patrick McNee, the Avengers on BBC. I listened to the Instant since the first 20 or so episodes, but didn't start listening to TMS until the 500th episode. Now that I'm in retraining mode, I listen to TMS while I train on Code Academy. I'd appreciate if you could play a song for me from the year of my birth. 1971 had a lot of great albums that were released that year, such as Led Zeppelin's Zoso or Led Zeppelin 4. Luckily, my favorite group released one of their best albums. Could you please play a cover of one of the songs from The Who's Who's Next? Preferably Going Mobile or Getting in Tune or Pure and Easy. Thanks, Peter, a.k.a. Not Densey from AIE. Wow. P.S. Hope to see you guys again at Nerdtacular 2014.
Yeah. Hope so, too.
So this is the guy we heard from earlier, is Peter, who called in during the Call Now segment to tell us about his 43rd birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, pulling my nose here during mid-show, mid-speaking, mid-talk.
You do what you got to do, brother.
So no covers of Going Mobile, Getting in Tune, or Pure and Easy, and I didn't want to go the route of picking a cover, one of the easier songs on the album, which are like Won't Get Fooled Again, Behind Blue Eyes, Baba O'Reilly. I decided to go with something that served two purposes. Number one, it was a lesser-known track from the album, and a great cover of it. And also, it kind of is a little going to double as a tribute to Tina for her birthday as well. The song is My Wife. It was originally from the Who's Next album. This cover is My Wife. Of course, the sentiment is way different than what I'd wish on Tina, but it is Juliana Hatfield from, she helped out the Lemonheads, has a great solo career, came out in 2012 with an album all covers called Covers. This is her cover of The Who's My Wife.
All right, here it is. It's My Wife, Juliana Hatfield. We'll be back on Monday. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Gonna This podcast is part of the FROGPANTS Studios Network. For more information about this and other shows, visit frogpants.com. Audio program so good, it's like you're there.
How about a booby?
All right. So here's my thinking.
Appropriate.
Yeah, very appropriate. All right, so here's my thoughts. I'm going to go, so I got to get the show up, obviously.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to do. Let's meet back here in about 15.
That's fine. Whatever it takes.
Just after 10 a little bit.
I'll leave Skype open. You can just ping me when you're ready.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to reboot some stuff, and there's Chrome's being weird, and I got to fix some things. So once I do all that, I'll call you back, and then we'll just wing this thing. It's going to be easy.
Cool.
It won't be hard. We'll hit all those points that we talked about. Do it real nice and casual.
Yeah.
And then I think with Dave's help, we can have that thing up today.
Cool. Very
and then
cool.
there was something else I was going to say about something. Oh, you're good for Sunday, right? For the one movie for.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Okay. God, I miss films.
I do too. It's weird.
I miss it so much.
Don't like it when we skip a week.
I don't either.
Okay.
I was the reason we skipped a week.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, I was the reason we skipped 2 weeks.
Well, we had that. I mean, the Super Bowl kind of killed it too. I mean,
Yeah,
that was kind of a holiday, so no big deal. All right, well, let's hook up in about, I don't know, 20 or so minutes, and then we'll knock that out, and then we'll be good. Sound good?
Cool. Sounds good
Talk
to me,
you in a
man.
bit. All right. Chat room, we are done with you now. You can all go to beep. Just kidding, you don't have to go there. I have got to figure out why Chrome is such a pig. Because it is being a pig. Let's get rid of all that noise. Yeah. Let's do one of these deals. It's some combination of Skype and Chrome eating all my memory. Pretty annoying. Yeah. So I guess I'm done with you guys. Have fun. We'll miss you all. Bye now.